This is your first day in real estate, and I am your real estate sales trainer and coach, James Festini. And this is the program that's going to teach you how to sell more real estate in less time. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Today's a very important question you got to ask yourself. Are you working to your potential? Oh, that's good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm James Festini, a real estate agent first and a sales trainer and coach second, or maybe third in between writing. Eccentric, creative, lunatic. Today I have a good question though, a very good question, because I can answer it for myself. When you look across the history of your attempts and your effort in this industry, you have to ask yourself one question. And the reason you're coming to this channel is because it's some of you come in here to be inspired. Some of you come in here to face, confront what it is that you know you should be doing. It's a daily come to Jesus aha moment meeting where you see what I'm doing to my body and manipulating my schedule. And I'm documenting this process, this journey, and in a very in your face, not like to shock you, but as a demonstration of watch, and then I go do it. And then I come back and go, okay, did you get that? No, watch. And then I go do it, and I come back, I go, you got it that time? No? Okay, let me, because I'm a real estate agent. I'm a salesperson who is the epitome of hustle. And although there have been many instances where I can say, there should be like a badge that we wear, right? Or a hat that we can wear that says hustle, or a little badge that we can wear that says, yeah, I'm doing it. And then when you're not, you have to take it off and everybody shows it, right? It's this item that confirms and denies you of your potential. So I've got to ask you point blank, are you working up to your potential? You see, I was looking at a question that came into the Beast Mode lead gen room. For those of you in Facebook, for those of you in YouTube who find this, wherever you find it, go to Facebook. I'm very active there. Go to Facebook and search this term, Beast Mode lead gen, and ask to join that page. If this makes you, if this does something for you, if it does nothing for you, unsubscribe, never block me, never come back to me again. But if this is making you confront a face your demon type of thing, you have to. All right, that's insane. I kind of want to share with you this car. It's neon. So, I'm sorry. This is totally unheard of. Oh man, you gotta pass it. Have you ever seen those neon shorts? There is a Mercedes back there that, I shit you not, it looks like it's battery operated neon paint. Oh, let's see if I can share it with you right now. I'll slow down. Look at that. Do the colors show up like they should? That paint job, that paint job is living up to its potential. That paint job is totally living up to its potential. So ladies and gentlemen, are you living up to your potential? Are you not just in life and health, but look, if you're overweight, are you living up to your potential for what your body can handle? And as a almost 45-year-old man, I'm in this place where I can talk shit now about being old and being young at the same time. I'm in that place. And I'm doing more physically to my body in the way of weight loss and exercise. And I'm doing more physically to my body in the way of door knocking and cold calling. That combination, I'm in this place right now, in this flow of what I could say in the mirror, yeah, I am working up to my potential. There's no way I can't. Yesterday, I went out and knocked on 100 doors in the morning, went into the office and did 100 prospecting contacts, and came back out into the street right around 6 o'clock at night and hit another 100 doors. How can one individual ask more? I went to bed not even exhausted, like I've been building up to this. So a question came into that beast mode lead gen room that said, James, how many deals can you credit a year to cold calling and door knocking? And I went back and responded kind of like snarky, because I'm kind of getting sick of answering that question, because it's kind of like when a buyer asks you or a seller asks you, what are the interest rates? That's a loaded question. You can't just say, what are the rates? What's your credit? What are you looking to buy? Are you trying to qualify FHA, VA? Are you doing conventional? What neighborhood? Yeah, there's just so many variables. You can't just go 4%. No, 4% fixed, 40% variable. Is that 15? Is that 30? Is that 100? You just can't answer it. And that's how it works when someone asks me the question, how many? So I can say, if I honestly say, listen, James Festini in 1993 got a real estate license and has done only 2 things consistently. If we want to take an average, if you want to take a survey, if you want to do a study, if you want to say, what are the results of doing this? You got to get into the lab and do split testing, and you've got to have like a certain amount of time, placebos, and actual facts, and guesses and variations and all the calculations that you could possibly implement into answering that kind of question. And I could say I've studied for 25 years, 24 or 5 years now. What are the results of telephone prospecting and door knocking for me in Southern California? And if I average all of that out, because some years are not good, some years are good, it is 30 deals a year. There's your answer. 30 deals a year. You can give a direct appropriation to telephone prospecting. 30 deals a year. Is that your answer? Oh, yeah. I guess that's your answer. But look, it's not that easy. I haven't been living up to my potential. If I go back across the history of my effort in this prospecting game, if I go back across the history and I say, James, how much, if you say you are all about 100 contacts a day, starting in 1993, how many people have you actually talked to? Has it been 100 a day? And the answer is no. How many? God, man, if I had to look back, 10? I mean, I'll be honest, Monday through Friday, since that's like a 10. That's a really, well, then what you're saying is you haven't lived up to your potential, and yet you have been able to maintain this work. Yeah. So then what would happen if you took my answer and said, okay, if it gets me 30 a year, but you got to be then you can take that to a whole new level by working to your potential. Right now, I am working to my potential. Right now, I am pushing harder than ever, and it's not hurting me. I've built up to it. I've accepted this as my cross, my cross I have to bear. But I know for a fact that if I calculate the math, I've been working, if I do from when I came into this new territory, right? Because some of you know, I left a town where I was the #1 agent, and I was doing 30 to 50 deals a year without really even doing a lot of door knocking and a lot of cold calling, not any internet advertising. I don't do mailers. I don't do all that shit. I don't pay money. That's another thing too. It's like when you look into the history of what these big people are making and you think, wow, they're doing so many deals, how much are they spending? You got to look at the formula of, I make X amount of dollars per hour in real estate, if you can do that. And if you spend $100 on a Facebook ad and it gets you 1 lead, you just paid $100 for 1 lead. Is that logical? I don't know. You see, because I could spend 1 hour door knocking or 1 hour cold calling and I can get one lead. Did I spend an hour of my time, which translates to, let's just say, $100? But did I lose time or did I lose money? You see, because if you go out and you spend $100, you work $100 worth an hour. You work for an hour for $100, and now you have the $100, and then you spend it. That $100 is gone. And now what are you doing with the time that you just bought? What are you doing with this now? Now there's a gap because you threw that money. What are you going to do with the next hour? If you want to really get down to the fine like science, and we're in the lab cooking and we take out one bean and you put it into a jar, it is minus one bean here. Do you need that bean there? Yeah, you probably should be living up to your potential still. Even though you spend money on this, you should be doing something. This isn't like where you're trading your time for dollars. You're actually trading your dollars for time. So if you want to go out and you spend money on internet leads, what are you doing with the time that you're gaining when you're spending money? And when you do that kind of thing, if you're not taking yourself and working yourself to the potential that you're capable of, and you're not generating leads, all you're doing is just completely bypassing your potential. You want to spend money on marketing and advertising? Fine. Don't let that be an excuse for not working. Don't let that be an excuse for generating your own leads, because once this cheese moves, you've seen it before. You've seen it before with HomeGain. You've seen it before with Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Facebook advertising, whatever it is that Craigslist ads, whatever it is that used to work for you now doesn't work. You know what still works? The basics. That's why they're still there. And when you measure the two, actively generating your own leads and passively paying for your leads to come, passively waiting, open house, which I'm not against, I'll do them. But I say internet leads, you spend money and you wait. And you wait. But when you do this marketing, telemarketing, door-to-door prospecting, you don't wait. You go out and you get it. And you get it. And you obtain it. And you hold it. And you're like, I got this. And that internet lead doesn't. The value and the potential of that internet lead is zero compared to what you can obtain here. When you get that internet lead, you get maybe a name, right? Maybe an email address. I doubt a phone number, maybe. But let's say you get like the golden lead from the internet. Now you call them and they're like, yeah, I was just kicking the tires. You're like, okay. And you know that's how it is with these internet leads. So when I'm talking about living to your fullest potential, working, are you doing what you really should or could be doing? If you're above 45 and you've got back trouble, if you're at all physically incapable of doing this, if it hurts you to go for a long walk, 2-hour, 3-hour walk through the neighborhoods and knock on the doors, if it physically hurts you, not mentally, we can fix mentally. If you're mentally afraid of picking up the phone, if you're mentally afraid of knocking on the doors, we can fix that. Physically, you got to go to a doctor, you got to train and maybe get stronger. But physically, if it hurts you to walk, then you got to make it up on the phones. Or you pay the internet. But again, you're not living to your potential. There's still always that missing link to, am I truly working to my potential? Or am I spending my money as a feeling of, yes, I'm doing so much, when you're not. You're not. And a day like yesterday tells me that is a day. And that includes, I got one listing that got an offer, another listing got 2 offers, I have a closing that I negotiated, I have fielded probably about 10 or 15 incoming calls, shuffled some papers as I was dialing, I'm stuffing hundreds of envelopes, and I'm also watching TV. You don't believe me? Stay on this channel, YouTube, or go to the Beast Mode Lead Gen room and watch me. I'm demonstrating it. You don't believe me? Go to YouTube and search James Festini Realtor, or search my vlogs. My vlogs, my daily, like, behind the scenes of, well, now he's doing something else. I'm like documenting the monotony and the repetitious boredom as a demonstration to you that you really don't have an excuse. Your only excuse is a physical disability. If you do not have a physical disability, And even with a physical disability, if you can sit on your ass for 6 hours, problem solved. You can cold call. If you have a physical disability that doesn't allow you to sit on your ass for 6 hours, but you can walk. But I am James, I can only walk for 20 or 30 minutes before it starts to hurt. What does it hurt? Your back? Is that a medical thing? Or is it because you're not strong enough? You see, training for a marathon, which I've done 7 of them, 26.2 miles, no joke. When you train for a marathon, like right now, I could not run 26.2 miles today. I could probably do 10. I could not do 26.2. But in October of this year, I will. What happens is you start off with a walk and a little jog. Next day you start off with a little jog, a little walk. And all of a sudden you're doing a little jog and a little jog. And all of a sudden you're doing a little jog, a little run. And all of a sudden you're doing a little run, then you pull back and you're like, it's starting to hurt. There's a training program, a specific series of events that happen to lead you up to that. So if you say that door knocking is physically impossible because of a medical condition, then I can't help you. But if it's physically impossible because you're just not physically strong, you're over 45. See, I can talk shit about 45 because I can do it at 45. And I have no physical, I don't have any physically wrong with me. My back hurts, after a couple of hours, but it's because I'm carrying like 40 pounds worth of propaganda in my backpack. That's really the only reason. Otherwise, when I run or when I ride, I don't feel anything other than what I would assume would be natural pain from being, endurance athlete training. It's just no pain, no gain. I don't have something where I'm like, oh man, I gotta go to the doctor. Oh man, I gotta go to the chiropractor. Thank God. But again, if laziness is your only excuse, that can be fixed too. All you got to do is get out and knock maybe 10 or 15 doors. And you're like, oh man, I got the wrong shoes. So tomorrow you wear the right shoes. Because there's always something like, man, James, today my balls hurt. I'm like, what kind of underwear did you wear? Like, well, I was wearing cotton. I go, well, try this underwear. And then the next day you're like, hey, my balls feel good. Well, my feet hurt. I'm like, what shoes you wearing? Well, I'm wearing these shoes. I'm like, well, try these shoes. Like, man, I feel good again. What else is your excuse? It just hurts. How many doors did you get? Well, I did 10 the first day. I did 20 the second day. I did 30 the next day. Well, then keep going. Build yourself up. I guarantee you there will come a time where, like right now, I am physically capable of door knocking for 4 hours. Don't believe me? I'm going to do it today. It is 11 o'clock. I'm going to go in and get my 100. And then I'm going to go back out. And I'm going to door knock probably from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Wow, I gotta hurry up. But you build up to these things. You get the training. You get the endurance. Prospecting is an endurance sport. Numbers game. You've heard that in real estate. Real estate's a numbers game. The numbers are more, more, more. This is an endurance sport. If you're not capable of enduring the pain of what it takes in 2017, 2018, the numbers are way more than you think. The gurus who have led you to believe that you make 30 calls a day and you will crush it, show me where. Please, for the love of God, tell me what to say 30 times a day that will give me 50 deals a year. Please tell me who to call. Call expireds. Well, come on. Expireds, really? Fine, I'll call 10 expireds right now. Oh, wait, let me watch them. They do not call this. I'll call 5 expireds right now. Wait. They don't have numbers. I'll call 3 expires today. See, there's just not there. Okay, but I'm making up excuses, right? Okay, there's 10. I call all 10 of them. And a 10% pickup ratio. One person answers. Hi, just wondering if you're thinking of selling? Oh, you're listed? Goodbye. Oh, that's an excuse, right? Hi, just wondering when you plan on selling? Hi, my name is Agent with the company, and I noticed your property is no longer on the market. And I was just wondering, when do you plan on selling your home? Never? Oh, that's fan-fucking-tastic. And when would that be? Oh, never? Come on! We're looking for one thing. Leads. Beast mode lead gen. Are you living up to your potential? What is your potential? I talk about numbers. I'm not a mathematician. I'm a genius, but I'm not very good with numbers. Simple numbers. 100. 100's an easy number for me. 200. That's easy. If you keep it under 1,000, I can do it in my head. You get over 1,000, I'm just like, unless it's in my bank account, I can watch that. But if you watch something like me demonstrating to you, it takes 100 contacts a day by phone, and then you see me go out and you knock on 200 doors, and then you see yesterday as an example, then I generated 3-4 leads. I actually like 8, but 3 that I consider, yeah, I can put my finger on a calendar and say, there is a very good potential. And one day that I can put my finger on a calendar and say, there's a good potential. That is me living up to my potential. Are you living up to your potential? Are you working to your potential? That's two different sides. The work-life balance doesn't exist in this industry. This is the cross we bear. We work hard, we play hard, but we've got to be honest with ourselves and accept the fact that you might not be working up to your potential. And if you see someone running a 4-minute mile, then you know that's potential. And right now, I am the motherfucking Roger Bannister of telephone prospecting and lead generation and door knocking. I don't see anyone doing this. So therefore, you now have a goal. Can you do it? It's a lot to ask. It's not for everyone, but it's for anyone. Please get back to work. If you like what I have to say, please like, subscribe, share. I'm so unpopular on the internet. I don't understand why. I think it's because it's uncomfortable, right? This makes you a little uncomfortable. You're like even the thumbs. I don't see the thumbs flying across the screen because you're just like, I don't know. I know he's right, but I don't want to support this at all. It sounds dirty. Listen, you've got to face the facts or find something that works as soon as possible, because there will come a time where your potential will be limited by the market and not by your own physical gusto. You get it? So thanks again. If you guys want to join the Beast Mode Lead Gen Prospecting Challenge, if you go to Facebook and you search Beast Mode Lead Gen, that's a private group. You can join it for free. We're in there, we're working. Very engaging. But there is another group called Beast Mode Lead Gen Prospecting Challenge. You got to pay $100 to get in there. But I do exclusive videos and exclusive insights inside of there. I give you my door knocking scripts. I give you my contact management mastery course. I give you the door knock course. I give you my cold calling scripts. I give you my slam package, my listing. I give you everything I got for $100 for 100 days, which is way too cheap still. Yeah, by the end of the day, that's going to maybe a different model. Yeah, something's got to change. Way too much for too little. Take advantage of that now, right? I have no agenda. What, it fills my tank? Oh, James is asking for money. You know what? Because I provide this content, because I have a Samsung Galaxy S8 just for you, am I wrong to say, guys, show your support? You don't want to do it that way? I've got a couple of people who go to Patreon. You ever heard of Patreon? Patreon? I'll put the link below. You can go in there and say, you know what, James Festini is going to continue providing value to me. I'm just going to go ahead and say, put me on a membership, $20. I just want to give him money. I don't want to buy his products or whatever. Show your, I mean, you pay HBO, you pay Cinemax, you pay Netflix for content, and yet somehow YouTubers, content providers on this platform are like, nah, this guy's doing it for free. I think I made $8 off YouTube in the last 60 days. Yeah, I'm not making enough money on this. That's why I work so fucking hard. Give me a reason to leave the real estate industry and stand on stage and speak the gospel to you guys, right? My first keynote, I'll show up in a robe and say, follow me, because I'm gospel when it comes to what this shit's supposed to be. Back to the basics, lead generation techniques. I didn't invent this shit. I didn't discover it. I'm not Christopher Columbus, but I'm Amerigo Vespucci. I'm definitely going to take the title of the Godfather of prospecting. Anyone want to take it? Challenge me. Let's go out, hit the streets. A friendly competition. Pick up the phone, knock on the doors, see what you're capable of. See if you are living to your potential, if you are working to your potential. I'm not. I'm still not at 100%. 100% will make you sick at the end of the week. And that's okay. YOLO. Have a nice day.